Hey guys, it's Megan from Crave Your Home. I wanted to show you this really sweet DIY that looks high-end when it's done. I think it might be one of my favorite DIYs I've ever done. All you need is a white plate, which I got at the dollar store. It's $2.50. And 3 of these little white ceramic bunnies. Now I've seen people paint these all white or paint out the pink and stuff, which is totally up to you. I love the white and the pink, so I'm just going to leave them as they are. And I'm just going to add some adhesive. So I have contact cement. You can use E6000 if you have it. And I'm just going to add some right there where my plate is going to rest. And I may add some E6000 to this after. We'll see how good the contact cement works. And I'm just going to lay my plate right there into the groove. So it's nice and sturdy on all the bunnies. So there you go. That's where my plate is resting on my bunny. I picked up these egg branches at Dollarama. So I picked up 3 of these for our DIY. All you're going to need are some twist ties or some, you can use like floral tape, you can use some kind of decorative wire, anything in the craft aisle to put them together. And then I just have some scissors to cut off my zip ties when I'm done. What I'm going to do is take the branch of these, line them up so that there's no gap. And then I'm going to take my twist ties, take my zip ties and just wrap them right around the 2 branches. Okay, so see, now we have the 2 branches and I just got them zip tied together. I'm just going to use one for now. I'm going to add some more as we go, but for now I just want to get them together. So I'm going to do the same thing with this one. Just going to take my eggs and add them to this one. So that's our 2 branches joined. Okay, so now I'm going to take my branches and I'm kind of going to curve them a little bit more, so just bend them to get more of a wreath shape. And that way I can take this one and do the same thing to add them together for more of a wreath shape. Now when that's done, it's going to look kind of like this, which isn't really a wreath. So then we're just going to bend it more and add more zip ties wherever you need to put them together. And there you go. Here is your Easter wreath. So I have these wood planks, natural wood planks that I got at the dollar store. There's 4 in a pack for $1.25. So you can actually do 4 different signs with these. So I'm going to use 2 for Easter, and then I'm going to keep 2 and do 2 spring signs so that when Easter's over I can still decorate my tray with some spring decor. So I'm going to do 2 different ones. So I'm going to take the first one. I'm just going to use some turquoise paint that I have. You can use any color at all. And I'm going to paint the entire board with turquoise paint. I'm not being real particular with it because it's wood, so you want it to kind of look a little bit rough for a wooden side. So there's my turquoise one. So I'm just going to set that to the side and let that dry. Now, as that one is drying, I'm going to take my second one, and I printed off this really pretty printable on Pinterest. I pinned this on my Crave Your Home Pinterest page, and I'll put a link under the video for this one as well, so that I printed off. I'm just gonna take my square, so I'm gonna lay it right over it, so you can still see there's still some printable on the outside, but the main thing is I got the words Happy Easter. Okay, so now I'm going to take my wood and I'm just going to trace around it so I know where to cut out my printable. Okay, so that is what's going to be on my board when we're done. So I'm just going to cut that out. Okay. Okay, so now we're just going to take our wooden plank and coat it with our Mod Podge. And that's all coated. We're going to take our Happy Easter that we just cut out and stick it right on. Yeah, you can do this. You can use a printable and just print it off on plain paper like I did. Or you can use a napkin. If you have pretty Easter napkin that you have, you could use that for this one as well. Let that sit for a minute, and then we're going to add some Mod Podge right on top of it. That's good. Okay, so now we're just going to let that dry. While that one's drying, we're going to go back over to our turquoise board, which should be all nice and dry now. And for that one, I have another printout of the little bunny. I'll pin this one again as well so that you will have the printout there. And for this one, I'm just going to cut around the edges to cut out my bunny. Okay, so we have our bunny cut out. So I'm just going to put him on here like that. Just going to use a little bit of tape to tape him onto the board. And instead of trying to paint a bunny on this, I am like this, stick them on. And then I'm just going to take some white acrylic paint. So I'm just going to hold my bunny and I'm just going to go with my paintbrush right across with the white. And this way the bunny kind of acts like a reverse stencil. Then we peel off our bunny. How cute is that? Oh, I love it. And we're going to let the white dry. So now you have a little blue bunny. So while the bunny's drying, we're going to go back to our Happy Easter sign. Still a little bit sticky, but that's okay. And I'm just going to take a sanding block. You can use sanding block or sanding paper, whatever you want. And I'm just going to go around the edges. And that's going to take off the extra paper that's on here that's wrapped around the edge. And it's going to give it a more of a rustic kind of look. There is our first sign. That's our rustic Happy Easter. So now to finish off our little bunny sign over here, just going to take a couple of strands of raffia. Make it into a cute little bow. Oops. Glue a little bow on our little bunny. And then I have these little wooden buttons that I also got at the dollar store. I'm just going to find one. So the last step, and you don't have to do this, this is totally optional, I just wanted mine to look a little bit more distressed or rustic, is to take some more paint. I have a light gray chalk paint. You can use acrylic paint, is fine too. I just happen to have chalk paint on hand, but acrylic paint will work fine too. You take a brush. This is what it means by dry brushing. So you just dip it in your paint and then you just kind of splatter it so that you don't have much paint on your brush. It's just a little bit. And then you just sweep over the whole picture, even the bunny. So see how it's giving him like a distressed kind of look? That's all you do. And you don't have to go straight with it or anything. And I'm just adding a little bit, but I just wanted to go over the whole bunny so he looks a little bit more distressed. And there we go. There is our finished bunny sign and our happy Easter sign. And I just love how they turned out. They are going to look great on my 3-tier tray. Or the first thing we're going to do is take our craft wire and cut off the length that you need for your bead garland. So however long you want your bead garland to be, and probably add a little bit extra to the end. I'm just going to take the end and wrap it into a loop. That's just to hold the beads in place temporarily so they don't fall off the edge. And for my beads, I painted the dark pink ones in the pack a turquoise color just because I wanted turquoise beads and couldn't find any. And I just painted those with acrylic paint. So I'm just putting them on the garland in the pattern that I chose. And then on the other end, create another loop temporarily just to hold the beads in place. For the tassel, you're going to take your jute rope, wrap it around your fingers around 10 times, I think I did mine, to make a nice thick tassel. Once you have that done, cut off your rope. Then slip the twine off your fingers and hold it all together in a bunch. Then you're just going to take a little bit of twine and I'm just going to tie that right around the top portion of the loops all together so that you have one big loop and it's tied together at the top. Once you have that tied into a knot, you're going to cut the end of the loop so that they're all frayed apart. So now I have a tassel and I'm going to just pull apart the ends of those twine a little bit to make it more frayed looking for the tassel. Now that I have my tassel all done, I'm just going to take the wire from one end of the beads, untwine the loop that I made, and twine it right through the tassel. Then I'm just going to wrap the wire around the end to secure the tassel in place. I just traced around the bunny template onto a little card that I got at the dollar store. It's just like a little tag. And then I painted the bunny the turquoise color, the same color as the beads. I added a little button on the bottom for his tail, and the button will just stay in place while the paint is wet, so you don't even have to add glue for that one. Then I just took some twine, made a knot to hold the tag, and on the opposite end of the bead garland, I unlooped my loop that I had created originally to hold the beads in place, and same thing, I'm going to take the wire and string it right through the knot of the tag to hold the tag in place. And there you go. There is our cute little bunny garland. The next DIY is this cute bunny picture frame. So I picked up the frame at Dollarama. I had some burlap ribbon left over, so I just cut out some strips to glue along the back of the picture frame to do a nice border. Then I just cut out a bunny template that I found online, Mod Podged a napkin over it, and then I'm just going to glue the bunny onto the frame to make it a nice 3D effect. So to get the pattern on the bunny, again, you just use a napkin, add some Mod Podge, and stick the napkin, or you can use glue, stick the napkin right onto the bunny.
And there's our cute bunny rabbit picture.
For this next DIY, all you need are 4 picture frames. They can be the same. I picked these ones up at Dollarama. These are the 5x7. You can choose whatever size you like. They don't have to be the exact same picture frame. You can paint them all the same if you want, but you just need 4 to create this really cute DIY lantern and some hot glue. We're going to start by taking everything out of the frame, including the glass. I want to make sure that this is secure, so I'm going to add a little bit of hot glue to each corner of the frame and actually hot glue the glass into the frame so that it is nice and secure. Now that the glass is glued in and secure, I'm going to add some hot glue right down along the edge of the picture frame so that I can join the 2 picture frames together. And I'm going to do this with each picture frame so the 4 frames together form a square.